Hello guys and welcome back to my channel for another WonderKid showcase. You guys really enjoyed taking a look at 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 last time out last week. So I thought I'd bring you another potential superstar for your teams. Now, who doesn't love a Brazilian? I love a Brazilian WonderKid. I have a personal experience with this club that he is coming from, and I can tell you that it is one of the best clubs in Brazil for producing WonderKids. He's a striker at Santos. He starts in their under-20s. Let's go and take a look at him. So guys, starting things off, we jump in game and here we are. We are taking a look at Leonardo. Now, I think this guy looks fantastic for 17 years of age. Seeing a player who was born in 2003 makes me feel physically sick, makes me feel really, really old, but I'll put that aside. He is 17 years of age, fantastic smile on the guy in the face pack that I've got. Let's take a look at things from left to right. So, reasonable left foot, very strong right foot for a striker in a central role. I think that's perfect. He has the ability to put the ball away with either foot. That is exactly what you're looking for. Now, in terms of his technical attributes, I think he's okay. Could do with some work. Nice finishing for someone 17 years of age. Good first touch, great heading, good passing, good technique. Technically, I think he's pretty good. In terms of his mentals, the only one that I'm kind of worried about is his determination at 4. Now that really does worry me a little bit, but I personally feel if you get this guy at the right age, which is now, get him young, get him in your club, you can easily fix that 4 with proper mentoring groups. We're not going to do that in this. What we're going to do is we're just going to let the game play out. We're not going to put him in a certain position where he is expected to succeed. You know, we're not going to transfer him to one of the best clubs in Europe. We're not going to chuck him at PSG and go, you're going to play every game, Leonardo, and then we'll see how good you get. What we're going to do is we're just going to let the game play out 10 years and we're going to see how he looks. In terms of his mental attributes, I think for the most part he's there where he needs to be. I think he looks pretty solid. The ones that are main for me as a striker, he needs good anticipation, which he's got. Needs good composure, which he's got. A pretty good decision making, again, is not too bad. Off the ball's pretty good and his work rate's pretty solid. Physicals are okay all across the board. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too stand out, but you do have to remember, guys, he is 17. He's only 5'7", so the physicals will get better. He will grow. He does have a balanced personality, which is an interesting one. I'm very intrigued to see how personalities change. The more we do these WonderKid showcases, I'm more intrigued to see how these attributes and stuff develop and how they have an impact on him as a player. Obviously, as I said, the determination at 4, the risky one. I'm very intrigued to see how he turns out, but I think he's a very, very good pickup. You can't unfortunately offer for him straight away in terms of approach to sign, so we're going to have to make Santos an offer. He hasn't played any recent games for his country, but he's required to play in 30% of games to qualify for a work permit. Upon appeal, Leonardo should be granted a work permit, which is good to know. I am Liverpool in this simulation, so as you can see, we've got a £17 million budget. You'd like to think that would be enough to sign a 17-year-old who is currently valued at 235k. Does he have any clauses or anything like that? No, he doesn't have anything like that. So let's make an offer. Let's see if we can get him for 500k. Okay, so they want to come back and they want 12 million. This can definitely be haggled down. I can almost guarantee it. So let's make a stand, shall we? Let's go 5 mil. If we could get him for 5 mil, I'll be absolutely buzzing with that. 8.25. Come on, guys, let's play ball. Get him for under 6 million, 8 million and 300k. That's worse than your last offer. Okay, 6.25 they want up front. Then after 50 league appearances, let's knock that down to 1. Are they happy with that? Okay, so we've managed to do a deal then. 6.25 million pounds for this striker is what he will cost you. I think he could in turn become the new R9 Ronaldo. He's young, he's Brazilian, he's hungry, he can finish on both feet. He's very good inside the penalty area. I think he could be a very, very good player. Obviously, we've not necessarily given up everything to get him. 7.5 million for an elite striker at 17 years of age, where you can hone that talent, make him as good as humanly possible. I think this is a perfect thing for you guys to do at the start of your save. So let's advance 5 years, see where he is in his journey. Obviously, he's not going to be at Liverpool. We'll see where he is in his journey and see how he is getting on. So then, guys, 5 years in the future, and Leonardo still finds himself at Santos, which, if I'm perfectly honest, I think is the best place for him. Keep him in Brazil will make it easier for him to get a work permit later on. He's only 22 years of age, and I think you can already see that he looks fantastic. I've just clocked he is wanted. Who is he wanted by? So he's wanted by Arsenal, Southampton, and West Ham in this simulation. He's 22 years of age now. He's capped at under 20 level for Brazil, which is no mean feat. There is some very talented players in the game. And if you've played any save in Brazil, or any save in Football Manager, to be perfectly honest, you know that the new gens that come out of Brazil are next level. So the first thing that I've noticed is that it's obvious Santos, this is mad because it's obvious Santos have done or heard what I've said. They've obviously put him into mentoring groups because his determination has gone from 4 at the start of the game to 17. And that is just fantastic, and that is exactly what I would have done for him as well. And it looks like his attributes have really grown to reflect that. Solid enough dribbling at 13, 16 finishing is very nice. Good first touch as well, good heading, good long shot. Good passes, solid enough penalty taking, great technique at 15 as well. But for me, it's now the mentals where this guy is a step ahead, and his anticipation's great. That composure at 16 is fantastic. The determination now at 17, he's still 22 years of age, so he's kind of done most of his growing now. He's got great work rate as well. He's great off the ball, great balance, great stamina. He hasn't grown at all in terms of his height, but I think at 5'7", he's not gonna win you loads of headers, guys. But in terms of someone who could maybe get in behind with his 15 pace and good balance, I think he could be a really good striker for you. Obviously, he's still at Santos here. He's now got a fairly determined personality, which is nice to see that that has developed from a balanced personality. Valued at 9 million now on 9.25k a week. Not actually that big of a salary. So let's take a look at his history and his career stats so far. So obviously this is where the game starts. He's not had any appearances inside the first season. Obviously the Brazilian season is a little bit different. It runs in a different time of year, with the season ending in December. After that, 39 appearances for Santos. So this would have been, what, 4 seasons ago? So he would have been 18, making his appearance for Santos in the Brazilian league. 39 appearances, 10 goals. 50 appearances the following season, 19 goals. You can see he's getting better and better each year. In the 2024 season, 44 appearances, and 23 goals. A very nice return. And this season so far for Santos, he's already got 7 goals and 2 assists in just 10 games, guys. So he looks like a fantastic prospect. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump forward another 5 years so you can see what he looks like kind of as he's getting into his prime. And I'd bet good money that he is in Europe plying his trade at one of the big sides in Europe. Let's advance 5 years. I'll see you in a sec. So then, 10 years into the future, we have a prime, what I would say, Marcus Leonardo now, 27 years of age. He is plying his trade at Everton inside the Premier League. Looks like he's had a little jaunt at Burnley as well, looking at his career stats. So it'll be interesting to break that down in the future or in a few minutes and see how he gets on. I've noticed then, this is the first stuff. Let's talk through some stuff. He's now valued at £63 million, which is just astronomical for someone aged 27 years of age. He is a star player on that playing time at Everton, and he's now on 140k a week, which is massive compared to 5 years ago when he was just over 9. Was it 9? I think it was just over 9k a week. unbelievable stuff. In terms of some of his attributes, his technicals haven't really improved too much. I like his finishing at 16. I think 16's fine. He can head a ball as well at 5'7". He's not going to be asked to do that a lot. Very strong right foot, reasonable left foot still. It's the mentals again where he's grown even more. I think the anticipation's gone up more. Gone up to 17. Is off the ball again, which is what you need for a good striker, has gone up to 16. He's got great agility, solid balance, great stamina, 5'7". In the past 5 years, he's developed the player traits of moves into the channels and plays with the back to goal, which is not how I would have done it. It's not how I would have done it at all. Anyway, in terms of this season for the Premier League, for Everton in the Premier League, sorry. What's that? 33 appearances, 22 goals, 5 assists, absolutely smashing it. Average rating in all competitions of 7.39. It's a very, very good return. How have Everton got on in the Premier League? They have finished in 10th, but qualified for the Champions League. How on earth has that happened? Anyway, madness. Let's take a, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to look at Leonardo's season. So he stayed at Santos. This is where we were last with him, was it? 14 and 25, not bad. 9 and 23, another solid season at Santos, prompting Burnley to pull the trigger. 13 million for him, 2 goals in 12 games for Burnley. Not necessarily the best of seasons. Then he moves to Everton for 21.5 million, and then he really starts to tick things up. 11 goals in 29 games, 23 in 37, and then 12 in 27 as he's moved and grown inside the Premier League. He's still, in my opinion, in his prime years, and obviously you guys could definitely do a better job with this if you get him into your club and you have him as your main man from the start. You pick him up for that 7.5, or you negotiate your own deal with Santos for him, and I think he could become even better than this simulation. He looks like a fantastic striker, and in my opinion, he could well be the next R9 Ronaldo. But that's where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. If you have enjoyed this little Wonderkid showcase, do let me know down in the comments, and if you have any other Wonderkids that you'd like me to take a look at, please do leave them down there as well. If you have enjoyed it, drop a like on the video whilst you're down there, because it really does help out the channel. Subscribe if you are new around here, and ring that bell so you're told every time that I upload a video. Until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you very soon.